Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Doominbottle Let's Plays. Last episode, we got augmented. Came here so we could get back the Typhoon and free the hostages. So, without any further ado, let's go do that. Now, up here you're going to end up running into a SWAT officer, and he's actually going to give you a bit of backstory on a number of different characters and other things. It's actually going to help you a little bit later, because there is a very, very nice dialogue system here, where you can avoid entire sequences just by choosing the right dialogue options, by knowing who you're talking to. We're going to get a little bit more information about Zeke Sanders, who actually is one of those people you can talk your way through. And it's going to give us a little better idea of what to do when we get to him.
Tell me you're the guy we've been twiddling our thumbs waiting for.
SI Security. Name's Jensen.
Jensen. Yeah. I thought I recognized you. Used to be on Team 2 till that Mexican town thing went down. I gotta say, you're the last person I pictured taking orders from a CEO.
Things change.
Not always for the better. Feel like getting in there and doing whatever it is your boss wants you to do? Because maybe then we can do our job.
Yeah, as you know, Adam Jensen is ex-SWAT, and this is actually one of the squad mates of him who knew him during the Mexican town incident, which we'll learn a little bit more about later, which is why he is no longer with the SWAT.
We've got people inside. Any idea where I should look for them?
Yeah. Your plant manager, Josie Thorpe, managed to slip a call out before someone snatched her cell. She said the hostages are being held in an office near the assembly labs.
Makes sense. The workers were setting up for a production run, so they'd have been concentrated there.
You know more about that than I would. Anything else?
Okay, so we just learned a good idea about where the hostages are going to be.
You look pretty dug in up here. What's the react team plan?
We got Alpha as point and Bravo as wing, both standing by to breach the target. We're coordinating from here, but until your boss gives us the go-ahead, we're just holding our dicks.
Realistically, how much time do I have before any shooting starts?
According to protocol, none. According to your lawyers, the sooner you get in there, the sooner we can hose this powder keg down and call it a day.
Intel on these purists. How much you got?
How much you want?
I want all of it, good sir. Now, here is where you get to find out a little bit more about them. As you saw, I learned a little bit more about Mexican Town. Here's where you're really going to get that information. I'm going to go straight to the Sanders story so we can understand a little bit better
Sanders, right?
what exactly is going on.
What's his story?
Zeke Sanders. We're running background on him now. Looks like he fought 2 tours in the Gulf. One of them on a recycled military bill.
You mean he's augmented? Sarif told me he's not.
He used to be augmented. Says his augs made him do evil shit, so he ripped him out. Now he's got a whole crew of gullible street kids listening to his crap and ready to die for him. Or kill.
So, as you heard, Zeke is actually augmented.
How many am I
And
looking at down there?
Hard to say.
not a big rule
We've
point to
spotted
him,
3 in the
but
courtyard,
it does understand
maybe
why
half a
he
dozen
needs
inside.
augments so
But that's a
much.
sketchy estimate
Because
at
he
best.
believes they are
Since
inherently
we seem to be
evil.
getting a loop playback off your intellicams.
That shouldn't be possible. I told Sarif to make sure Pritchard overhauled the system.
Well, someone inside must be tech savvy, because all we're seeing is a loop. For all we know, there could be 5, 10, or 3 dozen perps in there.
So no idea on how many people are in there, and then of course...
They communicate any demands yet?
Not yet, but I get the feeling they're not that organized. Most of the guys I've seen look like street bangers and thugs. The kind who get their jollies trashing equipment. You ask me, is the man in charge you have to worry about.
I think I've heard enough.
You sure? Wouldn't want to make your boss unhappy.
Yeah. Understandably, he's not
I
too
got
happy.
it from here.
Yes.
Sit tight. Wait for Sarif's signal.
Like we got a choice.
Now, I'm head out here, and we're going to get a little call from Pritchard. Now, Pritchard, of course, is Pritchard's
Jensen,
normal
it's
way
me,
of talking,
Pritchard.
which is being
Where are
obnoxious.
On a roof
But he's
over
actually
the
going to let you know,
mine.
hey, there's
Point of entry
multiple
should
ways
be
of
through
getting into
shipping
this
and
building.
receiving.
He will mention
Should
a
be, Francis.
route
The
on the
hell does
roof,
that mean?
which is
We
when I will be
have
taken
employee
because
entrance
I don't want to have to
heavily
fight down
guarded
4 or
by
5
purists,
different
no
people.
doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal
The
assault,
frontal
I
assault,
suppose
you
could
go
try
through the front, you gotta
accessing
fight
the
4 or
building's
5 guards, which you can do pretty easily with stealth and some decent tactics. But for the sake of me trying to be melee only and get past there, I'm actually gonna go through the top route, which will be a lot safer for me at the very least. So head this way. You grab one of these boxes, pick one, doesn't matter which, drop it here. Fail the jump. Jumping mechanics, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do them, apparently. Okay, so up the ladder, you're going to actually see an electrical field on the ground, if you step into this little field that I'm about to turn and see, right here, that will kill you. You'll be dead. Don't do that. What you need to do is come over here to the corner, drop this, and go under here. The first time I saw that, I thought, oh, I have to put boxes and walk on top of them. Well, that is actually a viable way of doing it, but darn if it's not infinitely harder than doing that, and you don't get the little bonus of getting the Traveler, which is XP towards your next upgrade, which I'll get into when we actually get to upgrades. And here's the vent he was talking about. And here we go.
Nicely done, Jensen.
And of course, we got our wonderful banter between Pritchard being annoying and Adam being too serious for his own darn good.
Oh, goody.
You might notice that I am picking up a lot of different items and weapons. The reason is I can actually sell them later on, which will let me buy health kits and stuff like that when I need to heal up. That'll let this go a little bit smoother for me, as I am doing just this melee and maybe grenades, barring, of course, bosses, because bosses be bosses. But, here we go. Bada-bada. You also probably have been noticing there's a little bit of yellow highlight on random areas. That's actually an option I have kept on. When it was first demoed, they actually showed that highlight, and it really upset a lot of the older Deus Ex players, because they were like, oh, it's going to make it too easy, and a bunch of other small complaints about it. But to them, it mattered a lot, because Deus Ex was never really a forgiving game. It has always been a bit of a difficult game. You can get yourself killed very, very, very quickly.
When you see what we find in here, then you'll know.
But I keep it on, because in the original Deus Ex game, and even in Invisible War, most of the stuff that you could interact with either was really, it was just about everything, or had a little blue box around it when you could interact with it. Here, it doesn't have that little blue box. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through here and pick up all this stuff. Oh boy. Shoot. And I'm going to stand up there. And I've already messed up finally. One. Nope. Did I want? You know that moment when you just royally screw up something you were trying to do? That moment when you just know you're in trouble? Oh my god. Aha! I'm dead. And I'm dead. Oops. Okay. And this does actually use an autosave function, which I guess I'm going to demonstrate here. I'll actually be back in the air vent
Nicely done,
previously.
May I help?
I'm going to sneak past this guy this time. We're not going to die. Hopefully. This time around. So. 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Sneaky. One other thing that I really want to mention at this point is that this game feels just like a good Deus Ex game, which all three of them really do. Invisible War not as much, but this one quite a bit. More like the original Deus Ex. So there's a lot of hidden stuff if you haven't noticed. There's been a lot of stuff I've just been running around grabbing. From beer that gives you additional life temporarily, to these energy bars, which will actually let me regenerate one of my energy cells. Come on.
Nothing.
Are you kidding me? Bam! Yeah. So, it loves its hidden items, so right now I'm actually about to go through all these lockers, and these lockers do all have, not all of them, but a good chunk of them do have goodies in it, and I'm going to fast forward this part. So, I'm going to play some music, and I'll see you back in just a little bit. And with that, we are back. I did just alert another guard, because I'm good like that. Luckily for me, he's going to walk around to his buddy and not see me. So I can do that. Now, unfortunately, one thing that does bother me a little bit is that there is no melee weapons in this entire game. I did scarcely mention it a little bit ago, but it really is a bit of a bother. Because I actually went back and played Deus Ex Invisible War a little while ago,
Jensen,
and
I just tried to
within the
assembly
first
lab door.
hour of playing,
My override
I
codes aren't
had
working.
5
Someone
different
changed the
melee
protocols.
weapons I could choose from.
What?
Including one that I really shouldn't have gotten that early
Until
because
I
it
find
is
this particular breach and fix
it is probably
you'll
one of the
have
most
to hack
powerful
the door
melee
manually.
weapons in that game,
Switch
which
it
is
out.
Energy Sword. So it sort of looks like an energy katana, but this game only has the punching mechanic, and is nice it is to instantly knock someone out and then just walk off, feeling awesome. It feels so weird not being able to have that. I have a choice of gun or punch if I'm really, really close to someone. I have no way of just running in, smacking someone, and melee fighting them a little bit easier than just punching them and either auto-knocking them out or not being able to. And with the energy system, you are so limited in the fact that you cannot really just go around auto-knocking people out, which makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't want to design a game where I could press, Q and just instantly beat everyone I come near, especially with some of the upgrades in having stuff like being able to knock out 2 people at once with a single melee attack. Understandable, but I would have liked some of the oldies, maybe the stun baton, heck, go for a throwback and give me the energy sword. Something like that would have been fantastic. Unfortunately, this game just has only that, and the gunplay is good. All the guns feel great, but for melee only, which if you haven't noticed from this playthrough, and then I've actually planned to do other playthroughs of melee only in Deus Ex and Invisible War, they're just something it's fun to do because it's fun to do. Now, I'm going to stop right here for a minute and explain something. This game loves to balance stealth and action. It can go from stealth and action back and forth again and again and again and again. And it sometimes does stuff that I didn't realize. Before I did this recording, I did a playthrough, of course, like I normally do. And I came in here, and I didn't realize, normally I walk through these doors, and these doors are normally closed. If you open these doors from the outside, this is actually a bomb. This will have a timer on it right there. And it'll start ticking down. Now, if you go near these doors, something I didn't notice because I was busy rushing through the door, is they will yell, "Do not open the door." Because if you open the door, the bomb starts ticking down. If you go through that vent, easy as pie. You can just do that, be done. No alarms, no anything. It is absolutely beautiful. Something I just did not know about, and it was great. One other thing is there's more than one way to disable this bomb as well, because again, it loves its choice system. So right here, I just disabled it by hacking. I can also shoot here, or shoot one of these. No, shoot the green one, don't shoot this one, this one will kill everyone. Shoot the green one,
Pritchard,
and
good word to Sarah.
you will
I found the
suddenly,
hostages.
have no bomb deals, because you just
They're
disarmed
safe.
it.
And they're
It's
staying
pretty
put.
awesome.
SWAT will have to expo
Now-
them as soon as I've got the prototype.
Right here, I'm going to talk to Greg Thorpe. His wife actually runs the
enough.
plant, and if
I
you
need
can
you
manage
all
to
to
keep
stay
both of them
calm,
alive, not only
keep
do you
your
get a big
voices
EXP
down,
bonus
and
for
wait here
A,
for
saving the
SWAT.
hostages,
The
and
plant's
B,
not clear
saving
yet.
her a little bit later,
Clear,
but
those terrorists,
you'll get a
they've
discount
got
from a
my
gun
wife.
dealer that normally
Your
charges a little bit
She's
more
the
for
manager
black
here.
market items.
Josie
Really, really nice bonus.
They
So
said
I'm
they
going to do
needed
that
to
even though I'm not
open
going
the
to be using him.
administration building.
He does have
They were
health
looking
packs
for
and whatnot
evidence
that you
of
can get
some
your
kind.
hands on.
Please.
So, of course,
Haven't
I
seen
want to
it
get
since.
those.
You have to find
I'm,
it.
of course, going to be a good guy here. Pat, it's okay.
I'll do my best.
So, at this
Right
point,
now, I need you
I
all to
have
stay here
gotten to the
and
first
wait
half
for
level.
police.
We freed the
Can you
hostages.
do that?
Yes, of course.
You can see a little bit more of the melee system, a little bit more of
You
some
said
of the
we were looking for
augments that are
evidence?
available to me,
What kind of evidence?
and a lot of the heavy choice in this game, and that's why I really wanted to show, at least with this one.
They think the
So,
body is
I think
sacred
we're going
and
to wrap it
shouldn't
up
be
here,
tampered with.
and
They probably want something
when
that
we
will
come back,
implicate
I will
us
be
in
finishing the
moral
second half of the
wrongdoing.
Typhoon Factory
Do they know about the
and
Typhoon?
saving Miss
It's a
Thorne.
top secret contract. How could they?
So,
And we only moved it in a
With
few
that-
hours ago. Please, I don't think they expected anyone would be working today. And now that they're backed into a corner, you
I'll
have to
see
find
y'all
my wife, please.
next time.